Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today I have a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm going to walk through how to install the Even Brake second vehicle kit. The second vehicle kit is going to be designed so that if you have the Even Brake already, you already have an Even Brake and you're planning on towing a second vehicle within your family, the Even Brake second vehicle kit allows you to use that main braking system in each of the vehicles. One thing to keep in mind is depending on which model Even Brake you have will depend on the kit or the second vehicle kit that you would need. There's going to be two kits. If your Even Brake has a black wire, it's going to need one kit. If your Even Brake has a blue wire, it's going to need a different kit. So just make sure when you're looking it up, look at the serial number that's on your Even Brake setup and use that serial number to get the proper kit for your second vehicle. As far as the installation process, pretty simple and straightforward. It is going to require, for this vehicle, it is going to require a 12-volt outlet for the braking system because for the 2013 Grand Cherokee, it does require the battery to be shut off, which shuts off all power to any 12-volt outlets that are currently on the vehicle. You can find those here at eTrailer. The second vehicle kit is going to come with your Breakaway switch, a new tether, as well as the cable to go from your Breakaway switch inside to the transmitter. Keep in mind, running the wire from the Breakaway switch inside the vehicle is not really a good way to do it. There's not really grommets for factory wiring that are easy to get to, so I found the easiest way to do it is on the passenger side. If you pull down the cardboard panel, right up in the corner, you'll see the power wire coming from the battery outside to the jump start post that's on the passenger side under the hood. Right above it is all open. Drill a small hole and that's where you can feed your wire through. Now we've gone over some of the features. Let's walk you through how we got it installed. To start your installation, as I mentioned earlier, it's a good idea to have the fascia removed. It's going to make it a lot easier, or do it while you're installing your base plate. Your ICX transmitter is going to have to be mounted on the driver's side so that the cable coming off of your braking system can plug into it. The green wire that's coming from your stoplight switch is going to plug into the male spade connector in number 1. So if you look on the opposite side where you have the red or the power and ground wire, there's going to be a male spade connector there. The green wire coming off that is going to have to plug onto that. Again, power and ground. I routed these straight underneath the dash here, the center console, because my battery is underneath my passenger seat. Ran them underneath the carpet and then added ring terminals and mounted them on the positive side of my post, and then I grounded the ground wire to the side of the battery compartment with a self-tapping screw. Breakaway switch is here. It's going to come with the mounting hardware. Your base plate, it's going to have a bracket that you're going to install during the base plate installation that gives you a hole to mount your Breakaway switch. And then all you have to do is run your cable. The cable that was inside is one piece that has a plug on each end. One end is going to plug into your Breakaway switch, the other end is going to plug into your transmitter. How I ran mine was from here, this factory wiring on our bumper beam, straight across. I zip tied it on the way here, went straight up behind my passenger headlight to here, and then inside the vehicle you have the power wire that runs right up to here. Right up above it, I drilled a small hole and I cut one of the plugs off, left a little bit of length, cut the end of the plug off so that I only had to drill a small enough hole or a big enough hole to get the wire through, and then I respliced the plug onto the end. Very simple. It's going to have black and white wire in it. You just connect the two back together once you've got your wire through. Now that we're in, all we have to do is mount the unit up underneath the dash, We're going to have a wire that we need to route from a brake light switch over to hook into it, and then your power and ground. Your kit is going to come with a brake light relay. However, on this vehicle, we cannot use a relay because you can't tap into the factory brake wire. So we had to put a stoplight switch on it. The stoplight switch is going to have two wires coming off it. It's going to come with a green wire and a red wire to attach to one of those two wires. Red wire is going to be for power. Green wire is going to be routed over to wherever you mount this, and you're going to add a spade connector, and it's going to plug in right there. The other two wires on this unit are going to be your power and ground. This is going to be for your breakaway switch. We can go ahead and plug in our breakaway switch like that. I'm probably going to run some tape around that just to make sure that it doesn't come disconnected. And then because our battery is underneath our passenger seat, I went ahead and extended my red wire and my white wire, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to route the wires underneath the carpet along this inside edge and then over to the battery. Once we get to the battery, we'll add a fuse holder, add on to the positive side of the battery, and then basically put everything back together. I'm going to go ahead and extend my white wire as well. As I mentioned, I got my wires run underneath the carpet to my battery compartment here. The way I did it is I just used an Airline tube that I had laying around. You can use wire hanger, anything that'll go from here down into the box. I cut my white wire down, added the ring terminal, and I'm just going to take a self tapper. I'm going to go right into the side of the box in the sidewall and mount my ground. I added my fuse holder to the end of my red wire, ring terminal on the end. We want to make sure that our fuse is not in the holder when we attach it to the positive side of the battery. Once we get it attached, we can go ahead and insert our fuses and make sure it's turning on. Once you have everything hooked up in the Jeep, you're going to take your braking system, your even brake braking system, and it's going to have to be programmed to the new transmitter. Those instructions should be in your manual for your braking system. Next, we're going to test out our system with our transmitter. I have my monitor for my motorhome plugged in here. I don't have the power completely disconnected here in the vehicle, just so I can test it out and make sure it's working together. We have our blue wire coming from our braking system plugged into the port on the bottom of the transmitter. We'll take our 12-volt plug for the system. We'll plug it into 12-volt outlet. We're going to hit the test button. What our system is doing is actually building up air pressure inside the unit. You can see we got a green light on our monitor for our motorhome and say test is good, system is ready. We're all set up. Once you have all that done, you're ready to go. So going to do it for a look at and installation on the Even Brake second vehicle kit on a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee.